Welcome to episode 207
Wow, what a number.
of Jim and James Chew the Cud. That's a great catchphrase. This is
T-shirts are available.
Yeah, they are.
And
they
hats and mugs and anything you can think of, but not lighters.
Why not lighters?
Or it might be. Maybe, I don't know.
We can do lighters if you want to do lighters.
Or like a Tesla.
Tesla lighters.
No, like a branded Tesla car.
If someone has a Tesla car that they want us to put branding on, like
or any car.
If you've already got a car and you've
Any
got
form of transport.
stickers on it already,
Why
get a
not?
Chew the Cud one.
Yeah.
Put it over shit car stickers you might have. This is the latest Tsunami, and with me, a man who was causing trouble in Thailand in 2004 also, James.
Here we go again.
No, that's it. No, because didn't go down the route of you doing anything, but you're a sexually active man. You've been to Thailand.
I haven't.
Have you not?
No.
I just would have assumed that.
I went to the Philippines when I was kind of searching for a massive shark.
Yeah, you've been to Jamaica as well.
Went to
Remember when you
Jamaica.
solved a crime.
Yeah.
Do you remember what that crime was? I've just
Went
remembered.
to with my nan squeezing someone's penis off and
Your nan scissored a man's penis off with her vagina, and you found it, and
in a freezer.
Recognised that penis.
Wore it like a necklace.
That's true. I think actually, yeah. So, what have you been up to?
Well, I mean,
You good?
yeah, I'm all right. Yeah,
You know, my nephew can talk a little bit now.
yeah.
Well, and my sister was explaining to me at nursery, he got in a little bit of trouble.
Oh no.
Yeah. Well, they were learning, like, they're trying to teach him what certain words mean. They were doing the word definitely. And Lucy was in there to pick him up, and she said that there was some kid that said, "Oh, the sky is definitely blue." And the teacher was, the nursery worker, like, I think they call them key workers, is what I think she said they were called. Said that's not really true, because sometimes it's not. And another little toddler was like, "Oh, the grass is green." And the teacher was like, sometimes it's not if it doesn't get enough water.
You've got to let the kids have that one.
No,
I
but
think.
did you not remember learning about, like, the water cycle and stuff like that?
Yeah, but
at that
I mean,
age.
It's still like sky's blue, water's blue, grass is green.
Water's not blue, is it?
Well, it's not, but it is when you're a
In the
child.
sea it is. But they, like, she said, when grass doesn't get water, it goes brown. It's not a definite thing. And then Tommy said, "Do farts ever have lumps in them?" And the nursery at the key worker was like, "No, they don't." He went, "Well, I've definitely shit myself then." How have you been? You well?
Yeah, I've been all right. Yeah.
Good. I went up to Henry's bar the other day to do the Pokemon stop. You see, sometimes now you have to film them. You walk around.
Yeah.
I haven't been into Henry's for a little while. I think I went with you not long before, but I
Yeah.
was up there the other day.
You were filming in a bar.
Yeah, I was. But there was a man next to me. And as soon as I got there, like the narrow bar bit,
Yeah.
he finished his drink and left. And I sat at the bar. Then he comes back in and like barges me out of the way. And I was like, it's a bit of a rough pub. And he said, he just sort of stood up and shouted, and he was like, "Look, my bike is gone. Someone bring, I'm not going to leave until I get my bike back. I don't want to do what I had to do last time someone stole my bike." And he sat there for 5 minutes, had another drink, and went back outside. My bike still wasn't there. And he came back in. I'm just sat there. And he said, "Look, I don't have to do what I did last time. Bring me my fucking bike back." And I'm immediately slightly worried about this. Now 5 minutes goes by, and he has another pint, and he gets up, he goes outside, and I kind of want to go see what's happening. So I get outside, and his bike is there now. Someone has brought it back, which is, I've had a bike stolen from around here.
Do you think it was always there? You just didn't think it was there? Or?
I don't know, but I said to him, I said, "Glad you got your bike back," and he was like, "Yeah." I said, "Just out of interest, what is it you had to do last time someone stole your bike?" He said, "I had to walk home."
I had a day off work on Monday.
Oh, nice.
So
Bank holiday Monday?
Yeah, but it was just but I didn't really. I just booked it as a holiday. But then I thought I need something to do, so I had a bit of work experience due, like years and years ago.
You had an experience
work experience due thing.
Okay.
Like years ago, I worked in an air traffic control tower.
Right, yeah.
Like for one cool summer when I was 14.
They do that, don't they?
Yeah,
they
yeah.
Have 14-year-olds.
So I had basically a mate owed me a favour, and I had a day off work.
Yeah.
I like airplanes. I play flight sim.
How old was your friend?
84.
He was 84.
84. Yeah, he's 84.
And he had the sort of clout at the air traffic control place to get a 14-year-old.
I mean, event he wasn't 84. He's 84 now.
Okay, so what was he? He was what, 54?
About that, yeah.
Yeah. So when he was 54, he had enough clout.
How
did you know him?
His work experience.
No, but how did you know him?
Just through my local school, where he kind of. Like, I mean, I don't know if you
he wasn't like a friend.
No. He was just
the school had put you in touch with him.
Put me in touch with his place to work.
What did he do?
Directed planes. Where they can land and that. And so he slept a lot, so I did quite a lot of that for a couple of weeks. But yeah, he owed me a favour, and I had a day spare. It was near an airport.
You would be.
So I was like,
control.
Can I come to the National Air Traffic Control Centre and just for old time's sake?
Who'd you say that to?
My 84-year-old friend.
Okay, he's still involved in the business.
Yeah, mate,
I pictured you sort of just standing outside the airport.
No. So I sent him a message.
Yeah. Do you remember me from 30 years ago?
And he said, "Oh, James, hello. Do you want to come down?" So I did, and it went really well until they all went on their break, and I was like, "Oh man." And I just had a really sudden memory loss, and I had to input like flight plans and that.
Yeah. And
I was inputting them like some of them were really good.
Right.
I even cut some corners so that we're meant to avoid Russia and Ukraine. I had planes just skirting the border just to save an extra like 4 gallons of fuel.
Yeah.
So it was going really really well, and then I input one from like one of the French airlines, and it all went a bit shit.
Yeah.
And there was smoke coming out of computers. Then people were screaming.
Who was screaming?
People.
Who?
Just people who were in the building.
But they were all on lunch.
Well, they were. They came back. I was, sitting there trying to like.
When you say this computer started to smoke, like the smoke was coming out of it.
Yeah, because it was going wrong.
Because I'm now imagining one of those ones that used to have like pumps that go up and down.
No, it was a proper like 20-year-old computers.
Yeah.
But when stuff goes wrong in that sort of situation, you often get smoke.
Yeah. It's fried the chips or something.
Yeah, and there was also I had like a ham sandwich.
Yeah.
On a keyboard, and that became toasty quite quickly.
Wow! That
was quite nice. That was one of the. It was like a kind of the light at the end of a tunnel sort of thing, or.
Right. Last thing you want to see on an airplane.
Well, yeah.
So the good thing out of this was that
I got a toasted
sandwich.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, there's French passengers screaming to death.
Well, not the passengers. It's just this bad flight plan.
Yeah.
Messed everything up. And if you check the news on like Monday, whatever date it was, or August, you would know there was. The whole of Britain's air traffic was just shut down.
Yeah.
There were no planes flying overhead. There was nothing. And it was lovely.
All because a 43-year-old man sweet-talked an 84-year-old man who, for some reason, has kept his number after 30 years.
Yeah.
Into letting him wander. I'm surprised at the lack of... If you'd have said to me this happened before 9/11... I'd go. I can understand how a 14-year-old. Because when you started telling me this, I thought, this is James telling me as a 14-year-old being a fucking bad. But no, what it is, it's a 43-year-old man who's claiming that he wandered into air traffic control and is the reason behind all of the air traffic control issues.
I was allowed in. I was invited.
I feel like you wandered in.
Invited. I may have gone into a few doors I shouldn't have done.
Yeah, women's changing rooms.
No.
No? What doors? No. What doors?
I mean, just into offices I shouldn't have been into.
Right.
We were like more access than I pretty should have had.
The pilot's lounge.
But I mean, if your holiday was ruined, and you had an extra month or an extra week in Barcelona.
Yeah.
I apologise, but I'll do it again because that night, because I live under an airport flight path. And there's like constant, usually planes just going overhead.
It looks like,
constantly.
Just to give you an update on the mime element of this show, it looked like James was jerking off a ghost then.
But then
you weren't, you were doing planes flying.
I was doing planes flying one after the other in a line. And I'm often up all night. I'm just keep me up. and that I had such a good night's sleep Monday night.
Yeah.
Because there were no planes flying ahead. So I'm going to do it every Monday or Tuesday.
Do you think they're going to let you back in the building?
Yeah.
Because I think I'd be sort of...
I might wait a couple of weeks and just or get like a costume.
Yeah, otherwise people will start to think that you're doing this on purpose.
And I'm not. Well, I am. I was sorry.
Yeah.
Again.
Initially, the first time was just
it
your
was a
own
mistake.
Just sheer
My
stupidity.
curiousness. You say stupidity,
I say stupidity
curiousness.
because I've just listened to what you've been saying. But you do have that innate curiousness about you, I suppose, which is why you get into all of these
It's like,
shenanigans.
Have you
and
seen the
japes.
film Curious George?
No, but I have seen the films Plane, Flight Plan.
No,
and Planes.
we saw Plane together.
Yeah.
In Russia, that is
No,
called,
we saw it in Exeter.
No, in Russia, that film is called Plane Crash, and
It doesn't even really crash.
No, and it's banned. But what the cinema chains there do is they rent out one of the screens to a random person.
Yeah.
Who will then show like banned Western films over there.
That sounds like the sort of thing you would do.
I would like to do.
And
that.
I would say that now you've shaved your head and you're wearing this tracksuit jacket, you do look like someone that would peddle Western films in Soviet Russia.
I mean, I would definitely do it here.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
I would love to have my own
if
screen.
If you've ever seen like Nico from Grand Theft Auto,
yeah, actually,
4,
I can see that.
There's an element of that.
But I mean, back to Curious George.
Yeah.
I've never mentioned this before. 'Cause, I've made a lot of wild claims on this.
Yeah,
show.
you have.
But Curious George, do you know who that's about?
George Michael.
No. It's about me when I was a child.
And called George.
I was called James, but I
Yeah.
couldn't get the
Naming
licensing
rights.
because of a band James.
Okay,
It would have been confusing. So we called it Curious George. Originally, it was called Curious James. It didn't really work, but Curious George worked better. And then it made me into a monkey.
Yeah.
Rather than like a dirty child.
A dirty child. No. This is great. This is fun. A dirty child.
Oh no, it's because of my.
You were
Because I was so curious. I would often like crawl into puddles and crawl through pipes.
Yeah.
And I think I've done it before. I was sort of getting stuck in things. And I get
That does ring a bell.
I believe there's a bit of a pressure behind me. On a building site, I shot out about.
I don't
50
know.
meters or something.
I don't know.
No, but I was renowned for getting like really, really muddy.
Yeah.
And I took like photos, but they thought because I also had like a tail. It wasn't a real tail, of course. It was like made of cardboard, which I would glue onto my trousers.
Yeah.
And the people who made the cartoon, they thought I was like it was a monkey in the pictures.
Yeah.
Because I was just a little kind of child covered in mud with a tail.
Yeah.
Always holding a banana.
Always.
I never ate them. I
No.
always in case I needed it.
Yeah. For what?
Either eating,
Yeah.
or if I was being chased by people.
Peel it, throw it behind you.
Me.
Yeah. So you had a tail.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Curious
a real tail.
George doesn't have a tail.
He does.
No, he doesn't.
But he assumed he did, and I say do I. But yeah, but when I changed,
It's apparently one of those Mandela effect things. You know, those ones. But no, actually, it's he doesn't have a tail. You know, one flaw in this week's story is not a problem. But to be fair, I would say that if you are the borderline feral child you claim to be, and you were climbing around in mud and stuff, and random people came to, I think it's not an illogical leap to say that you would make a tale out of rubbish in the first place. And the sort of people that are going to make a film out of that are the sort of people that would believe the ramblings of a 5-year-old or however old you were that's crawling around in mud. Who was the man in the yellow hat in your real life story?
I've got no idea. I was too young.
You don't remember?
I remember being curious. I was curious, but I was really forgetful, which was why I was even more curious all the time because I'd be like the same door.
Yeah.
In hindsight, I may have had Parkinson's as a child.
Parkinson's.
And then my brain regenerated and...
You're like Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's even.
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it?
Proven.
We've been over this every time.
I mean, as a child, I may even have had Alzheimer's.
Barbara Windsor's dead. I can see that being a natural chain of it, because some people have said to me, like, I don't think those stories are true. I don't think... It sounds like sometimes he's making them up as he goes along.
No.
But then you're lacking the bigger picture of, if one part of that story is true, that you were, you say curious, I say 5-year-old, all of these things could happen to that person.
Well, it definitely did.
Some people are just very lucky.
Yeah, no, it really was.
Yeah, you've got a lot of life experience, especially, I was thinking about this the other day, about a timeline of your life.
Oh, it'll be...
It would look suspicious, wouldn't it? Because I think at 4, you're doing...
There was modelling.
There's modelling.
There was...
what's the... You're not...
I believe modelling was older. We were hand modelling.
There was hand modelling. Yeah.
Cardigan
modelling was like 14, I think.
Writing songs with Elton John.
That was 5 or 6.
Yeah.
4, 5 or 6. Around the time that you're...
Doing a young... That was a bit like
I don't even need to edit any of that.
That was like in the original Turtles film. No, sorry, Turtles 2, Revenge of the Ooze.
Yeah.
Where like she's like, Splinter, where have you been? And he's just like, coming to a conclusion where it's a big long gap.
Leave the big long gap in there. Do you like a big long gap, James?
Yeah.
Excellent. So you were curious, George. They made a film about you, changed a few details.
Yeah. But then I found out I changed enough that I got no money for it.
Oh, wow.
I was promised like about some money.
Yeah.
I don't know how much, because my agent didn't tell me I was a young child.
Why are you hanging out with an Asian?
An agent.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Isn't not the man in the yellow hat? What sort of hat was it? Was it one of those ones that looks like...
I don't remember.
Light shade?
I may have been like a sort of like... I think I had like a woolly, wide-brimmed hat.
You had he had a woolly...
No, I did.
You did?
Which then may have been used as a reference to the yellow kind of hat.
Because, you're covered in mud, just your face showing.
Yeah.
Sort of a reverse offence. Like, it's not... That's okay, right?
Yeah, it was just mud.
You, at worst, someone could say you're looking like someone with vitiligo or whatever it's called, right?
Potentially.
So you got no money.
No.
For the Curious George stuff.
We got a little bit, but not enough to.
Was it peanuts?
My life. It was basically, well, yeah.
Well, you know what they say. I'm going to bring back. I'm going to be, surprisingly honest, quite popular demand. Even Leon was a fan of this.
That's good.
I don't know whether it's just the theme music doing a lot of the heavy lifting on that, but you might write the theme tune. You write the theme tune and then you come up with the thing. So this is James on film.
James.
It's going to give you 4 reviews this time. I don't know, 4 or 5 I think I've got, that you have reviewed these films, and I'm going to read them to you and get you to guess if you can remember what film it was that you either liked or didn't like.
Yeah.
First one, disappointing, but at least we have a great bad guy.
That's Ant-Man Quantumania.
It was Ant-Man Quantumania. What was it you liked about the domestic abusing actor?
Well, at the time he wasn't that.
I think the events happened before.
Pretty much happened when it was decided it was released, but at the time, it was he was a bad guy.
Yeah, and he was a great bad guy.
Great bad. The best bad guy.
Would you change that review now?
No, it's still disappointing.
No, but still great.
He's also a bad guy, maybe not a great bad guy.
Yeah,
but he may be innocent. It's still.
There's always that chance where it doesn't look like he is.
No.
Next one. If you see one film this year, see this. And I think that was 2022. Because despite you saying, if you see one film this year, see this, you actually ranked it 7th on your films of the year.
Wow.
Maybe in that last couple months of the year, you saw a lot of good stuff, but...
Oh, man. I kind of...
You've definitely posted at least twice about this.
I can see the post, and there's more... It wasn't just that, was it? There's more end of it. Is this an important film?
Yeah. It was, I think you said the film was important.
Oh, man.
Possibly,
I don't know.
It was The Woman King.
Oh, yeah.
Angela Bassett doing her thing.
Yeah.
Another...
To that?
Sorry?
What happened to that film?
I don't know. I've not seen it.
It's very good, but it's just...
Well, I mean, if I see one film this year, I'm going to do it after I've seen the other 6. You ranked above it. A little bit of an easy one for you. Love and Thunder, more like. That's Love and Fun.
Right, F-U-N, yeah. Like. That's Thor, Love and Thunder.
Still stand by that?
I did enjoy it.
Yeah.
It was, the goats were fucking annoying.
Yeah.
And I mean, if it was just an hour and a half of Guns N' Roses, him fighting, it would have been really good.
Better or worse than The Woman King?
Worse.
Okay, so like 8th.
So I'm guessing I probably did rank it.
Oh no, different years. I think I didn't really put too much into this one. You'll laugh your head off.
I don't know.
That was a Facebook status you posted regarding the kidnapping and execution of Ken Bigley by Islamic extremists.
How dare you?
Man, I took it from your Facebook. And then one final one. Magnificent. Don't stop yourself seeing it. One of the funniest, most fun, and one of the films of the year. I imagine you would go and say, if you see one film this year...
Was it Barbie?
It was Barbie.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic. So what did you score there? I think you did quite well. May have had an IT issue there.
I won't do it again.
So that was James on Film.
James. 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 James.
Been to the cinema recently?
Yeah, I had my 200th Odeon experience with my Limitless card.
Oh, it tells you that, does it?
Yeah, on the app it'll tell me how many you've had. And I saw it was 199 the other week. I thought I need to go and watch something special. But then all was out. Only new film was Equalizer 3.
Okay. We've got people that listen to this that are fans. Are you going to recommend it?
No.
Oh.
No.
And you like... It takes a lot for you to not like it.
I like kind of schlocky, bad films, and it was just felt like... It was gore for gore, and it was really, really gore. It's like early on, the man has a gun put next to his head, then pushed into his eye socket, and then they use him as some sort of like human holster, and shoots 3 people through his head.
That sounds like my sort of thing.
Well, say it out loud. That sounds quite cool.
But it wasn't done well.
It wasn't done well.
I mean, are you still going to watch the Punisher Warzone?
Yeah. I started to watch it, and I thought Equalizer will be quite similar.
I think possibly that's one of the most enjoyable comic book films I've seen, so I do recommend it.
I found it on Disney Plus. So
it's on Disney Plus. Do watch it. It is R-rated, but female director. And I'm going to say, just based on you've watched the first maybe 10 minutes of it or something like that. Better than Equalizer so far, or muchness?
And the chandelier scene was amazing.
That is.
He just spun round for no reason.
Well, hopefully, if we watch that,
I mean, he would have been better off just standing on the ground. But no, he's going to hang from a chandelier.
Does he die?
No,
so it works. Because I would like to talk about that film at some point because it reminds me of,
and we will do
probably, or you probably some experiences that
I'll probably have some sort of memory come back.
I do remember actually. Speaking of aeroplanes, I remember when I was probably same age that you were, being the inspiration for Curious George, but many years later, we went on a plane to Malaga. And I was really into planes. You know, every young person can be fairly. I was into planes, and I wanted to go and see what was going on at the top of my mum. I remember stopping. It was like a BA flight when BA wasn't the most expensive thing. Used to get the fun day times.
Yeah.
I remember her sort of saying we're flying over to Malaga, and she said to the cabin crew, not at the time, back then it was air hostesses.
Yeah.
You know, Jim's really into airplanes. Can you go look at the cockpit? And she said, like, maybe this isn't the right sort of time. But she insisted, and I promised to be really good. So it was really cool. So I actually remember going up to the cockpit of the cabin, and it's quite overwhelming. And the guy sitting in the pilot chair turned to me and was like, "Is it your first time in a cockpit?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Oh, me too." And it turned out we were being hijacked.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was absolutely crazy. Oh. And because I just wanted to share a memory that didn't involve me being sort of humiliated.
Yeah, yeah.
But I remember, like, to be fair, they got on with me. They were very nice, and I did talk them down. Landed in Cuba.
Oh, wow.
As they say it.
Well done.
But I'm surprised you don't remember, because I remember that you hid in the toilets when the hijack happened, and the doors opened, and you were just there covered in shit.
I mean...
And you were crying and covered in shit.
No, that's because weren't we on a way to a hand...
I didn't know you at this point. It's only after I saw...
Yeah, but I think independently we were both going to, like, a hand modelling kind of meet up.
Well, no, I think when it was I was 5.
Oh, no,
so I'd had... People would noticed my hands by 5.
Yeah, it's amazing how we've got so many shared memories from before.
Yeah, it is strange. Because it is like, really at that odd point, you're 17.
At that time, I was like quite a famous actor around my district.
Yeah.
And I would do a lot
around your district.
Or my county.
Okay, well, keep it international.
I started off just doing like in my little village.
Yeah.
And then my plays got better and better.
Are you writing these plays?
And I became like no, I performed
famous
other people's
teenage
plays.
actor.
Well, not famous is the wrong word. No, like locally famous sort of thing.
Yeah, regional star.
Regional. And I started doing like say Burnham, and did Anglia, and did a bit more of the Chelmsford area, and did the Essex area.
Yeah,
and expanded more.
This was theatre.
No, it's more plays.
Where were plays held?
No, these weren't like these are like church halls and that.
Oh, okay.
But
I still think that's theatre.
It's like calling that broken chair a throne. It's not quite accurate.
It depends on how you sit on it.
But no, I was like a renowned boy who did plays.
Yeah.
And it was really good. I was getting like phone calls from like other agents saying we need you on this play.
So why were agents calling you?
Agents wanted me just to become being their plays.
Right.
Because I was like a renowned
in the Far East
play person, or like a playboy. That's what I called myself.
Oh, right.
I had it. I had like a card made with like a headshot, and it just said local playboy.
Yeah.
And as I
didn't use a name or anything.
Well, I had my name on it as well. It's like James Kerr,
I thought people were
local playboy. And some lists of the plays I'd done.
Yeah. What sort of plays have you done?
Oh, all sorts.
Yeah.
But it was mostly based on. It turns out like place names and things.
Right.
Like kind of Barbara Seville and like that.
Yeah. And Merchant of Venice.
Merchant of Venice. But then people just thought I was actually like a playboy. Right, yeah. Like a kind of like an F1 driver. And I was invited to Monaco, which I thought was for a play. Yeah. And I was, like at the time I was 10 or 11. Yeah. And I rocked up and it was this yacht.
On your own?
On my own, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Because why would you not? Why would you not go on your own?
My dad took me, he dropped me off and he went to like...
Your dad must have been able to...
Went to a casino.
Because what I think is going to happen is there's going to be some hilarious misconstrued nature of what this event you're going to is. You think it's for a play. I think it's for something else, right?
Yeah, it turns out it was.
But your dad, presumably,
he didn't really care.
Isn't as fucking thick as you are.
At the time, he was my agent. He was getting a lot of money for me.
Yeah.
See, we've been there
for what? For the regional Burnham version of Merchant of Venice.
But at the time, I was doing like more like far flung regional plays. So I was doing like
the King and I,
all around. Yeah, all around. But I was invited to Monaco to do be a playboy, and I thought it meant
this letter just said, "Hi, 11-year-old boy."
I didn't know how old I was, because the photo I used
when you inhabit a role, you take on that role.
The photo of my headshot was quite blurry, so I could have been anywhere between 12 and 40.
Sort of the last thing you want with a headshot, isn't it?
No, but it was just how cameras were then.
Blur it. This wasn't the 18th century.
No, but if you wanted a good camera, you had to pay for that.
And you thought, no, I'm going to go with this photo that could be a 40-year-old man, could be a 12-year-old boy.
Well, it worked in my favour sometimes. I'd get these roles which I should never have had. Yeah. But then I'd go there and act them out of the park. And I was like...
Oh, it was Shakespeare in the Park.
I was like... known as the local De Niro.
Yeah.
I think because often
and local playboy.
so I wanted to be a taxi driver as well. That was
Right.
why. But no, I went to Monaco to, to do a play. I thought it was a play, and it wasn't. When it was yacht, I was like, where's the stage?
Yeah.
Where's my script?
Yeah.
What do I do?
Yeah.
There's always girls in bikinis there.
Yeah.
And some bloke called Epstein or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you ended up as an 11-year-old boy in Monaco on a yacht with Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, yeah. Could have been him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean...
But I met some amazing people.
Yeah.
Bill Clinton. Lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely. Bill Gates. A lot of Bills. Tiger Bill.
So, a lot of feedback has been sometimes that there's too much of implications from me and people that write in that you are a sexual deviant.
Was
No. I'm not. This is what I'm saying, right? But that's been a thing that's been said that there was too much saying James is a nonce.
Maybe that's why.
But then, often if I leave you just to tell a story,
It ends up.
you end up on a boat with a very famous nonce, and you sit there naming other people that were there, with the implication being they're also nonces.
No, I didn't say any of that.
You were there as well on this nonce yacht as a child.
But I mean, I didn't know I was a child. I thought I was
started
just
early.
a playboy.
Yeah,
Well, I was like a boy who did plays,
yeah,
which in my head was a playboy. I mean, I would go around saying I am a playboy.
yeah.
I'll be at
It's
school.
weird how good you were as an actor, yet just clearly a retard. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think you can use that phrase
No, I'm
anymore.
going to bleep it out. I'll bleep it out. But it is that thing of like, when the
In
director
case you're
goes
wondering,
action,
he's using the French word for slow.
yeah, retard, retardé. But no, like, yeah. So the director says action, you immediately turn into whatever role you're inhabiting.
Yeah.
Director says cut, you start smearing feces on yourself and drooling. Is it just how it sounds?
Again, I never did any of that.
Well, then why did they think you were a monkey?
As a young child,
Yeah.
before I was acting, I was curious as we discussed and crawled into lots of muddy things and
Yeah.
would often end up caked in mud.
That curiousness has seemingly got you into trouble by ending up on a yacht with
Yeah,
Jeffrey Epstein.
but then they realised that I wasn't who I thought I was.
They thought you were a young girl.
I think they may have
originally.
thought I was Jim Kerr from Simple Minds.
Yeah.
He's a rock star.
Because when was this? He was probably at the very peak of his
of his-
fame. If
yeah.
this was what 1983.
Yeah, probably about that. So that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not saying he's. I don't think he's a nonce. But
No.
he's a rock star. So
Yeah. Easy come, easy go, isn't it? Really could be.
he was just doing
But you got out there with everything intact.
Yeah, I realised I wasn't
What they wanted.
mentally there. So I
Mentally
was,
there.
I was put onto a helicopter.
Yeah.
And this bloke kind of goes to me, get to a jobber.
Yeah.
And,
Does he?
yeah.
Was he
Well, somebody else. I heard something else.
Predator? They shouted
There
at
was,
you.
there was someone else who was like there, and I heard him go, get to a chopper, and I heard this noise, and it was really, really weird. I don't know what it was about, but it's a woman gagging deeply, and he was like going, "Oh, get to a chopper."
Oh, you thought the
But then-
Arnold Schwarzenegger
but then-
sound alike.
but then-
I'm glad we're keeping this.
But then
this
I did
clean.
get to a helicopter chopper,
Yeah,
and I was just flown out,
yeah.
flown.
And at no point did you have to fillet a man
No.
through choice.
God no.
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 I mean, that's excellent.
Yeah,
I think
thought so.
it's that's sort of a climax of an episode for me, really. I don't know if you've got anything you want to. I feel the more you say, the more it's going to veer into something awful.
Yeah, I mean, often I kind of just go down that kind of nasty path, and
Yeah,
that's how memories happen.
yeah, that is how.
I try and push them back, and I just keep coming.
Thank you very much for listening to episode 207 of Jim and James to the Cud. Have you got a catchphrase for the end of the episode?
I probably do. What
That
an
was a
episode.
number.
That wasn't. No, it's,
What an episode! I don't know.
I think I do.
Maybe come up with a catch. Oh, we'll tell you what we haven't done. TikTok.
Yeah.
Is there anything worth mentioning on the TikTok, or are we still chugging along nicely?
I am planning to do some more, like, longer, like, hour-long clips or 20-minute clips of kind of little previews of any future episodes, or maybe even old episodes, old classics.
And where can they find your TikTok?
On TikTok.
Fantastic. And they just open it up?
Yeah. If you search or go at, I think it's Chew the Cud Podcast.
Fantastic. I know there's a Chew the Cud band on there. Perhaps we can reach out to them.
What I might do is, because I know I might change mine to like a fan run one. So then people would think we're bigger than we are.
That's like that feels really close to the Andrew Tate type of way it works, isn't it?
I was thinking more of like the Killers, but yeah, I wouldn't do that then.
Killers?
Yeah, like obviously a band from America, they were like not doing really well. So they came to Britain to try and kind of kick off.
Like we did.
But
we have lost our strong Boston accents.
But then people in Britain thought, oh, they're from America, they must be good. So they went and saw them, and they got like released some songs and did quite well. And then Americans are like, oh, they're big in Britain, we should listen to them. And then they went back to America and kind of did Mr. Brightside.
That could be a little tease for your upcoming music features, I guess. Yeah. So thank you very much. Episode 207. Insert catchphrase here. Thank you very much.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
That was Jim and James Chew the Cud, a Curson Media production. Produced by Glenn Lopez. Music by Smartle Jennings.
I quite enjoyed it.